Okay, so for our math lesson today, we are going to be looking at page 187. It's 187, 188. We're going to be looking at both sides of the page. Of course, you're going to put your name on the top. First thing, we want to get used to doing that. And then we're just going to be reinforcing this making 10 to add. And it just looks a little different than the way we've been doing it. So I wanted you to see it another way. So I didn't go with that first page because I didn't think it was necessary. So we're going to start right here with number 3. And instead of using 2 10 frames like we had done before, they're using 1, and it already has the 7 counters in it. But we need to put in the 8 counters. So if I put in 8 counters, I'm going to fill in my 10 frame first. So there's my 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I have all 8 counters, but I filled in my 10 frame first. So I can look at this now as 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 plus 5. So it's showing us that 10 plus 5 is the same thing as 7 plus 8. And adding 10 plus anything is easy peasy. So we just are going to say, how about 15? So if 10 plus 5 is 15, then 7 plus 8 is 15. Okay, so the next one, 9 plus 6. Well, if I'm going to put one of my counters here, and then the rest of my 6 just right outside of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I know I'm going to have my 10 plus 5. So that's 15. 9 plus 6 then is 15. Now, some of you may be able to just put that one more to make 10 in your head. So if you just take one of that 6 and put it with that 9, you've got your 10, and then you can do your 10 plus 5. So some of you may be able to do that in your head, but it may be a lot easier for most of us to write it down so we can see what it looks like. But this way, there's no need to have 2 10 frames like we did last week. Here's 7 plus 7. Now, if you practiced your doubles like we did a while ago, this would be a quick answer for you. We already know that if you know your doubles, it's 7 plus 7 is 14. Well, let's see if we're right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have my 10, and then I have my 4, which is my 14. Okay? Easy. So now in the bottom area, it doesn't have the counters in there for you already. It says draw counters to make 10, use 2 different colors, then write the sums. So I have a pen and I have a pencil. I'm just going to use those since I don't have my colors with me. So I'm going to put in my 4 counters first, just like the other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then my next one, my next number, I'm going to use pencil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I filled in my 10 frame. I had 2 extra, so 10 plus 2 is 12. Okay, so that means 4 plus 8 is 12. Now, 6 plus 5. And we've also done our doubles plus 1. If there's only one step between these, between the 5 and the 6, there's only one step. So that means if there's one step, I can just double and add 1. So as you're learning all these different strategies, whichever one you think of is the one you can use. For this paper, we're going to go ahead and keep using our make 10 strategy with our 10 frame. But I just want you to see that sometimes you might notice right away a different strategy might work better. So I'm going to do my 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can see the 2 different numbers. My 6 and my 5. Okay, I filled up that whole 10 frame with 1 extra. So 10 plus 1 is 11, which tells me then that 6 plus 5 is 11. And if you did doubles plus 1, your double 5 is 10, and then you add 1 is 11. So that works also. This one, I'm going to put my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's my 1 color of counters. And then 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's my 10. And there's 4 that didn't fit in there. So 10 plus 4 is 14. And 5 plus 9 is 14. Okay, let's see what the back says. They always add something a little different on the back. Carlos sees 7. Got to circle that number when I see a number in a word problem. 7 yellow birds in a tree. Then he sees 6 white birds in a tree. How many birds does Carlos see in all? I don't have a yellow to highlight, so I'm just going to underline. It says, how many birds does he see in all? Those are my key words right there. So if it's in all, then I'm going to be adding them together, right? So I'm going to do my 7 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's going to make my equation 7 plus, and then my 6. That's the equation I'm making. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 of them didn't fit in my 10 frame. So that's also going to be 10 plus 3. And they both are going to equal the same thing. 13, 13, 13 birds. Okay. Now number 10. Emily picks 8 red flowers. I'm going to circle that number. Then she picks 8 yellow flowers. And you know what it says next is how many flowers does she pick in all? So I know I'm going to add. You know what I think of, you guys, right away is it's 8 plus 8. It's a double. If you know your doubles well, you don't even need to use the 10 frame at all. We know that 8 plus 8 is 16. Boom, if you practice it that way. But we're going to go ahead and do it this way too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then with my other color, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means then I have a full 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then my doubles is correct. So 10 plus 6 is 16. So 8 and 8 is 16. So I have 16 flowers, right? Now, coming up soon, we're going to be doing some addition problems where you get to pick and choose whatever strategy works best for you. Depending on the problem, one of them, it might work better to do a doubles plus 1. One, it might be a better idea to do doubles, just doubles, or maybe adding 10 first and then coming up with your answer. It all depends on the problem, but the more strategies you know, the easier it's going to be for you. Look at the model. This is a model. Complete the equations to match what the model shows. Okay, well, I've got a full 10 frame. So that's a 10 right here, plus whatever is on the outside of the 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 plus 5 is 15. But for this equation down here, I'm going to look at my yellows and my reds. So I have 9 yellows plus 6 reds equals 15. They both equal the same thing. Okay. Then I have for number 12, which number belongs in the box? Well, they're already telling me that 10 plus 1 is 11. So 6 plus something is going to be 11. If I make a quick little 10 frame that doesn't have to be perfect, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I put 6 in there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I need to keep going and see how far I'm going to need to go in order to make 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 outside of that 10 is going to give me my 11, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So I have to choose which one of these would go in that box. It's going to be this one. You just fill in that bubble. Now, this paper that we just did together, if it was kind of confusing for you, if you felt like I went fast or you still don't kind of get it, you want a little bit of extra help, then you're going to bring the next paper, this one, 189, and you're going to, it's the homework paper, it says in the corner, and you're going to bring that with you, and we're going to do it in the Zoom. But if you feel pretty comfortable with this, then you can go ahead and do this paper now completely on your own. Okay, this one has a Google Doc for an image to take a picture and send it to me on the Zoom, and this one is on this assignment right now, this video assignment. So I do want to see both of them, especially if you do this one completely on your own. I'll be so impressed. But I want you to do exactly what it says. It says draw counters to make 10. So you're going to do exactly what I did here is what you're going to do here. Okay? So it's up to you or up to your parent if you're going to come and do this one with me or if you're going to try it completely on your own. All right? Good luck. Have fun. Woohoo.